Summer Sessions Live on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform. It's the #1 destination for all things summer fun. We'll chat about your summer passions and share some fan photos along the way. Summer Sessions Live. Enjoy the ride.
In a summer state of mind.
All right, this episode of Summer Sessions Live is brought to you by Energy Powersports. They're Oakville's full-line BRP dealer with sales and service to all BRP models and so much more. Check out energypowersports.ca. And also, we can't forget who else brings this show to life, and that's you guys, the fans. And last week, we had a couple of super fans that were in the chat, seen that little $sign below the comment box, hit it, and put some money down where their mouth is. We had Dustin Ingram and Matthew Nicholson coming in as, Dustin was an easy rider. And we had Matthew Nicholson coming in as a ditch banger with his 549, and Slowbee tightening up the race with $10 super chat. Gary, you're only allowed to use this on your Skidoo. Thanks a lot, guys. You make it all worthwhile. Let's get right to the show. All right. Here, I'm going to make us all equal size here. How you guys doing?
Good.
Well, we're going to bring to the show Lisa Dashnau. She's New York ATV Addicts, and we have Toe Cord Timmy. Tried to get him on there a few episodes ago, and we're happy to see you on here. Can't wait to learn about your products.
Glad to be here.
That's cool. That's cool. So, Lisa, I kind of got her name from a Facebook group. I was on the Can-Am, I think it was the Outlander Facebook group, and I just said, yeah, it could be. And I just said, is there any ambassadors out there? And your name popped up, and I hit you on Facebook, and we've been chatting ever since. And I'm really happy to have you here because I since have joined your Facebook group, New York ATV Addicts, and it's pretty awesome. So let's see who's in the house here. We got quite a few fans here. We got Michaela. She says, "Proud of you, Mom." It gives you a big heart. J Muddy ATV and Outdoor says, "Can't wait for my friend Lisa to be on. You got this. Very proud of you." Sometime is now Greg. He's in the house. That's one of my fans. Brand new Carthen, new NC. I'm in the house. Oh, he says in the house. You got this, Mama. Madison says, Sassy Can-Am's out there. We love Sassy. She says, let's go, Lisa. 2 smiley faces and 2 hearts from Sassy. Mike Gulez, he says, made it on time tonight. And Off-Road Addicts, thanks, guys. Oh, that's you. El Nico, he says, can't wait for the show with my buddy Toe Cord Timmy as a guest. Yeah, Gene Massey, he's got squatters' rights on this, and it goes on and on and on. My man Tim, my people, Johnny's channel says, Shrek LXRM Army, he says, rocking Timmy's cord at all times. So that's cool. David Martin Photography's in the house too. Got to see him in there too. He's done some amazing stuff. So what's new? Well, let's hear from you, Timmy. What's new with you? We'll start there.
Not much. Making cords like crazy. Just had one prom this past weekend at Tall Pines. Was a good time.
That's cool. We got some pictures of that, and you know what I found really exciting is when someone on the chat, when Sassy was on, said you make them on your kitchen table.
Kind of. I make them near my kitchen table.
Yeah, there's parachute cord all over your house. Everywhere. They said. Everywhere. I think it was your wife must have been on. Yeah, your wife must have been on.
Yep.
So that's cool. How long does it take you to make a cord?
That's about an hour and a half.
Yeah, right on. So not horribly. I don't know. Are you braiding it all, or is it just the ends that you gotta work on?
Everything's weaved together.
That's wild. Wait till you guys see anyone that's just tuning in. We got lots of pictures, so wait till you see this. So, yeah,
I can't wait to see mine.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. You're gonna. Just turn it down a bit. So anyway, I just tell my co-host here to turn it down a bit. He's talking in the background. So, but yeah, that's cool. And Lisa, what did you do on the weekend?
Tall Pines, we went to Mud Prom.
Right on. Well,
we were down the road from those guys, but I am also a little bit older than them, so I was in bed well before all of them.
You're the responsible one, are you?
My daughter's 10th birthday was Sunday, so I had to be responsible this weekend.
Oh, that's good. That's good. How did you get started, and how did the New York ATV Addicts come about?
So I got really angry one day because I wanted to find somewhere to go and ride, and I went to probably 15 different pages to try and figure out what was going on, because there was no all-inclusive page for all of New York for everybody to share all their different information. So I just decided that I was going to start it. Never did I expect it to be so big.
And how many members have you got on that group right now?
Almost 14,900. I think it was 14,838 this morning.
Wowza, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I have a good group of people that help me. Sassy Can-Am is actually one of them. A lot of moderators that help me kind of take care of the chaos.
She throws people out as she needs to, right?
No, it's usually I have one guy, Ryan. He's kind of the band hammer. He likes to do that, and John too. So
that's good. No, it's actually a good group. I don't see much, brand bashing or anything. Whenever I'm on the page scrolling through, I don't really see anything except awesome pictures and dream destinations for us Canadians. That's for sure. Yeah.
Well, you can come down now and ride, right?
I can. Yeah. So it's that's still kind of up in the air, actually, because they're saying that the U.S. like Biden's not going to open it up, because if he opens Canada, we're going to let you guys in, no problem. But if they let Canadians in, they got to open the borders to Mexico, and that's not good.
Oh,
apparently, yeah. So, yeah, we're waiting on that to happen. So I think it's going to be a little while longer, but we'll see. Hopefully, they change it sooner than later. So
I know a lot of snowmobiling people that'll be really upset if they can't go up this winter. So.
I know, and that was the way it was last winter. It was just a shame. And we see you guys down south, and you're all, out at dinner at restaurants and with your buddies and hanging out. And it's like, and here we are in lockdown, we didn't suffer by any means, but it wasn't like it should be, So our restaurants are really suffering. That's what's hit it the hardest. So yeah, Shrek says Canada will be open August 9th. That's what they say. Yeah. So, Gene Massey says, Brandon, definitely not recommended for babysitting. I don't get what that means. But
Gene's daughter actually made me a shirt, and I should have sent it to you. They dubbed me Dirty Monsters Off-Road is their group. I ride with them down at Busco Beach in North Carolina once in a while. And Gene's daughter made me a shirt that dubbed me the DMO babysitter with a 1-star review that says drinks heavily, do not recommend. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Now, you said you were a snowmobiler and you left the world as well, kind of get out of snowmobiling to get into ATVs. What's the rationale behind that?
That's amazing.
My body made me. My arthritis in my hands is pretty rough, even with hand hammers and good gear. And the pain wasn't really worth it anymore for the 6 to 8 weeks that we have it. And then it kind of got to a point where I was traveling so much and spending so much time chasing the snow. I would rather have multiple wheelers and kind of just focus on that. So I sold all 3 sleds there a couple years ago, and I just work a lot in the winter.
And the rest is history, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a good mix of everybody. The snow fans will be coming out of the woodwork in the next month, but I've got a good following of ATV fans as well, so that's pretty cool. So, what about you, Timmy? Do you do just ATVs? Are you into motocross or snowmobiling or anything else?
Yeah, no, it's too cold for snowmobiling. Just ATVs, and it's pretty cool because we can ride 8 months out of the year. So I just never saw a point spending the same amount on a snowmobile that I could buy a 4-wheeler, and I can only use the snowmobile a couple months out of the year. So I just never got into it. Oh,
for sure. And I think where you guys are situated, you can just go south of couple of hours and you're in ATV heaven, aren't you?
Yep.
For sure. Anthony Tony Cat wants to know when my new sled's coming in, and April Woodworth says my little is watching with me right now. Represent. So we've got some good fan photos. You want to get right into them, and we can chat more about your adventures as we go.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Okay, let's do it. I'm going to roll some credits, intro here, and we'll get right to it.
Don't let them go to waste. One moment, one shot.
All right. There we go. So this is Mike Gulez, and he sent us this video. So he really wants to get into the ATV scene, but you can see they're on dirt bikes. But you got to watch this. There's no sound of this video, but this is his buddy's brand new 2022 CRF 450. And I would say it's swamped.
A little deeper than they expected, huh?
I think so. That's like Adventures This Way says you have to pre-walk these mud holes or you're asking for it, right?
Yeah, once you invest, like with quads, when you invest so much, I always check. I mean, I'll do some dumb things, but I don't really want to swamp it. Poor guy.
I just let somebody else go first.
Kind of went automatic there, and I scrolled through some pictures, but did you see the one with the bike tipped up where they're trying to drain all the water out of it?
Yeah.
Hang it right from a tree.
And that would have been an expensive bike too. That wouldn't have been cheap by any means. I know when I went to I was into ATV and I went to Supercross with Andy, my co-host, who's actually he's actually in Quebec right now, and they had a brand new dirt bike there, and it was like $11,000, and I go, I only paid $8,200 for my ATV. It had 4 wheels, 4 sets of brakes. It's got 4-wheel drive, and you got a dirt bike with 2 wheels. It's the same, way more money. So it was that's an expensive lesson that guy learned.
We actually sponsored, New York ATV Addicts sponsored Scott Sears this year with his racing season. I can't believe what they put into it. It's very, very, very good sport.
Is it MX?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he races dirt bikes, and then we sponsored another rider, Cody Oost, who races quads. Nice.
That takes a big back too. Mike says Marco, the guy on that bike, is nuts. He's crazy. So, and Marco's in the house. He says, bro, that was me. Pretty cool. Twin Tier ATV World sent me this photo, but no story behind it.
So that's actually DJ and I.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's my friend DJ. He runs a group, Twin Tier ATV World, and that's actually at Tall Pines last year.
Oh, sweet. So are you on a 1,000 there, or are you an 850? Like, what are you riding?
It's a 1,000R, yeah.
So you're like go big or go home.
Might as well. Yeah, when I got it from Maddie's Motorsports in Dansville, and they were great to work with. It's just for the price, I really couldn't say no.
Yeah.
So.
What's your opinion? Like going from, you have Sassy on a 450, but a lot of guys are buying the 800s, 850s to 1,000. Like, is it more bang for your buck? Like, is it worth putting the extra money out to get the larger displacement?
When I bought mine, if I had an option for an 850, I probably would have just gone with an 850. I have an Outlander 650 as well. It's a 2018, and that has more than enough power for most of what I want to do, except for the really thick, deep, nasty mud.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, that's neat. It's good to know. Like there's so many choices out there today, right?
Yeah, 570 or 650 are absolutely well worth it.
Yeah. April Woodworth says, here's some picks. Good luck. You got this. That's what she says to you.
She posted that in the Addicts earlier. It was a very cute picture.
That's awesome. And that's her daughter?
I believe so. Yeah, I love seeing little ones ride. My kids all ride.
I do too. I think that's great. You got to start them out right. Make them not afraid of the machine.
Exactly. Tim, that looks like it's the size of your machine, right?
Yeah. Might be a little bigger.
You're a Renegade guy, right, Tim?
No, Outlander 1000.
Are you an Outlander? Okay. I wasn't sure which one of your family there had that group had a Renegade. I know there was one black sheep in that group, right?
Yeah. Scrapper Tim St. Laurent has one. Yeah.
Right on.
It's slow though, so.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They shouldn't be.
His machine's pretty slow. Yeah.
Oh, we'll probably hear him there. Sweet Pick Twin Tier ATV World says the Renegade guys are the best guys. Shrek LX Army says LXMR Y. I don't know how to say that. I think it's supposed to be XMR Army. Time to get the hero. Yeah, nice. There's April. She looks like she just took a bath.
It's a COVID immunity bath. That's what that is.
Can you get sick from mud holes?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what kind of things do you get? Like, can you get E. coli or what is it? Like, and how often does it happen?
Well, I mean, you have to consider that everything we ride through is runoff. So I guess it all depends if it's stagnant water, but I've gotten sick a couple times after a couple trips. I wouldn't blame it on the park, but yeah.
Is sometimes it's too many wobbly pops too after the ride?
No. Well, possibly, but my kids are on, so we won't talk about all that.
No.
Oh, we had a comment. Yeah, Jessie Kaiser. And she says, my dear friend Deanna got in an accident at Tall Pines and was in a wheelchair for a while. This was from a party at her house. We had to get her down to the pond. So we threw her wheelchair in the back and off we went, LOL. And then she says she's also attached a video of Lisa convincing someone to go in Mud City at Tall Pines. She's known for doing this. And that'll be the next slide here. Here, I'll just play this.
That is a nasty hole.
I went through.
I think he's sending it. He's doing well with this one.
He had it in two-wheel drive when he started.
Yeah, and you can hear you yelling, put it in four-wheel drive or something like that, right? This is where you must click it into four paw to crawl out.
Yeah.
Jay Muddy says that kid had no idea what four-wheel drive is, LOL. Shrek wants to know when New York's planning their next ride, Lisa.
Well, I don't really plan rides. So I have a very small core group that rides together. And then we try and make it to as many events as we can. I know we'll be at New York Off-Road Park or whatever it's called now. It used to be Mountain Madness in a few weeks.
I don't know how long that video goes for. I didn't realize.
He's almost out. Once he found four, he was okay.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's funny.
He stopped and looked at it and said no. And then I said, but I did it and I'm a girl. So we went, okay. And he went through. He tried to go through. So. Yeah,
ride like a girl, right? David Martin says you can get ear infections mainly and stomach issues, he says, from mud. I shouldn't have asked, right?
You don't want to know.
Yeah. Mountain Madness says that, or David, who said that? Bruce Stewart said that's right in his neck of the woods, that video. So then this is the next video. She says the last one was a group we saw at Mud Prom on Saturday getting a little crazy. It was definitely fun to watch. This looks like a close call.
Full send.
The return is the best right here.
It was a little fast.
That's where I thought they were going to nail somebody.
I got nervous too.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it pretty good? Everybody rides pretty safe at these events?
Tall Pines is nice because it's all one way. I mean, you'll have your occasional person that gets turned around or whatever, but most people follow the rules there.
That's good. One way is a great idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Unless you get someone stopping in the wrong spot, and then it can be hazardous. But yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Jesse says, thank you. I look forward to hearing Lisa on tonight. And these are from our girls, Sassy Can-Am. Look at that group.
Yeah, it's a big group.
It's awesome. And you can see the no shirt sensation there. He's I'm drawing a blank on his name. Help me out, Timmy.
Lance.
I was going to say Luke, so I didn't want to get it wrong, but there's Lance. That's awesome. You can always pick him out of the crowd.
I don't think he's in that picture. The one with no shirt is me.
Is it really? Oh, you're trying to be like Lance.
Yeah,
I think it's distance shot.
He's trying to catch up to me.
Yeah, Lance Scott's in the house. He said he didn't make the picture. He kept breaking down. Yeah. Oh, no. Legendary Lance. So there's Lance there. So I didn't put the 2019
shirt on.
No, that's right. We seen him once with a shirt on, and I thought something was wrong. Yeah. But there's a 2020 and 2021. He sent me 2019 as well. It's at the top of this thing, but I wasn't able to squeeze it in. But these are the 2 years that matter, right? So he lost his bow tie though in the process. This is a good group of girls in the mud there.
That's the missus on the left.
That's the missus, is it? That's awesome. She's getting right into it.
Oh yeah, she had it in her teeth and everything. I'm sure she'll be sick.
How many days after do you find out?
Just a couple.
Like I said, I shouldn't have asked, right? Bald Eagle Diesel's laughing. He sends two laughing emojis. This is a great group too. Is it the same guys, Tim?
For the most part, there's a few different. It was for my bachelor weekend a couple weekends ago down in the Hatfield McCoys.
Oh, sweet.
I made sure everyone had a posing picture for Sassy Can-Am because that's her thing. So
awesome. So you are just newly fiancéed or married, or what was this for?
We'll be officially married end of August.
Well, congratulations. That's awesome. What a way to do a stag, right?
Oh, it was a blast. We had a lot of fun.
Didn't she go down to Florida?
Yeah, she went to Orlando.
She had a blast too. But just by the Facebook pics, you both had killer parties for sure.
I think we're gonna plan on doing at least one trip a year to Hatfields. There's nothing like it.
I'd love to do it. They say the village around there, the actual city, the town is so ATV and side-by-side friendly. It's just amazing.
Yep.
Where did you guys stay?
Trailhead ATV Resort. It was actually in Virginia, but it was right on the border. So
nice. Yeah,
it was. We rented a whole house. It was phenomenal. Perfect for all of us.
That's wild. And that way you have a hose, you can wash your quads after the day of riding and stuff, right?
Yeah, there's actually a car wash right across the road from the ATV or the Trailhead Resort. So,
well, that's perfect. Shrek says he's taking you down the aisle on his Renegade. Is that true?
Oh, is that what he said? Yeah.
But you won't ride on Renegades, he said. So I don't know, Shrek. I don't believe that. Sassy Can-Am says yes, and she's got the exclamation mark. Brandon said he tried to send me some photos and videos, but not sure they went through. I think they did. I think we've got them in here. And then is this just another, this is the same day, right? The same ride?
Yeah, same trip. Yep. That's actually the car wash on the left there, right across from the resort.
Isn't that awesome? You just drive in and hose it all down and pull out the other side.
Yep.
There's two side-by-sides there. I thought there was only one in your group. Did you add one to the mix there?
No, so they're so the one on the Polaris on the right there is a buddy of mine. He actually rented that one. And the one on the left is actually Bald Eagle Diesel, who's commenting that he's from Florida. He brought that one up from Florida with him. So they're not the huge part of the usual crew, but they were able to make it for the bachelor weekend. So
that's cool. Now, when you rent, are you renting from Hatfield McCoy, or is there a power sports guy right there?
No, they actually rented from Trailhead ATV Resort.
What's that cost roughly to rent for a day or a weekend?
I think his for the weekend was about $800. Might have been a little bit more. I think his actually cost a little bit more because he bent one of the A-arms like the first day he was riding it. So he had to get that one repaired, and you have to pay for the repairs. Up to, I think it's up to $1,500 of the repairs or something like that. So it was a little more expensive for him, but I think it was only like $800 for the weekend. Well worth it.
Yeah, it is well worth it because you don't have to carry the ownership or store it, or it would include insurance, I take it, or tow it. Yeah, all that good stuff.
Yep.
Cut out to you. Are we there? We're back. My buddy of mine used to rent sleds, and we'd end up trying to straighten all the parts we can, and then paid for the parts we couldn't. So these are some of your products you sent me some shots in. So it's just go through and let us know how it works and what we're looking at here.
So this was actually a custom cord that I made for a guy in Michigan. Him and his wife wanted the colors to match their bikes. I haven't gotten the color, the picture from his bike yet. I just sent those out this past weekend. But basically, I had the hooks and the shackles sent to Phoenix powder coating, and he matched the color to what they wanted. His wife, this guy's wife, has a pink one that matches Sassy Can-Am's same sassy pink color, So I just really like this one. This was probably one of my favorite ones. It just pops.
Yeah, it's very clean looking. It's white and black.
Until it hits mud for the first time.
Yeah, the first ride out. Yeah, exactly. So you weave all that fiber. Like one of those strands is about an eighth of an inch or a 16th of an inch, and you weave it into about a 2-inch cord?
No, so I start out with there's the spine, and that spine I usually use like 700-pound test, and I wrap it around. I try to get between 10 to 14 times around, and that just gives it more strength and it makes it a little bit bigger. And then after I do that, then I start weaving the white and the black, and so I melt white and black together, and then I just all the way down, I just keep going. And then when I get to the bottom, I flip it over and go back the other way too.
Wow, that's incredible. I can't believe it only takes you about an hour to do that. That's amazing.
Yeah, I found a couple of ways to cut corners. It works really well. So
that's sweet. And now they don't stretch at all though. Like it's not like the tiger tail that bounces, right? I think someone last show said that tiger tail and the tow cord Timmy is the best combo you can get.
Yeah. I have a tiger tail on mine. I love that thing.
Yeah, right on. Is that kind of where this spawned, or how did you get into it? Where'd the idea come from?
So actually it was I think it was Lance's dad that was talking about it. There's another company that does these up in Canada, and they were talking about wanting to order one, and I guess there was a delay, and so I just asked him what they were talking about, and I saw him. I saw what he was looking at. I'm like, I can probably make those, and I knew how to do that the weaving that you see there, just from other stuff, and I made the first one for Sassy Can-Am, and she tried it out for a little while. I tweaked it, and I came back with the 2.0 version, which is what you see there. And so I made it for all of the riding fam, anybody that wanted one. And it took off. They kept sharing it on social media, and I kept getting requests. And so finally I went a little bit more formal with it. So
That's awesome.
It's taken off since then. It's been going for a few months now, and I can't even remember how many cords I've made.
If someone wants one, is there a website, or do they hit you on Facebook, or how do they get a hold of you?
You can message me directly. I take PayPal, but I also teamed up with a local company that's right down the street from where I live, Slobby Knobs, and you can order them from their website as well.
Yeah, right on. Speaking of Slobby Knob, Bald Eagle Design translated your other stuff equals bedroom stuff is what you make with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I love it. Mike, the guy with the dirt bike video, said he needs one to pull Marco back to the truck. Yeah. So, that's great. No, that's good. And have you ever weight tested them? Like, what kind of weight can these things?
I've never officially done it. Lance and I were going to get together and do some testing, and we just haven't had a chance. But I do have a buddy, one of the guys that bought them. He used it to tow an F-250 up onto a fifth wheel trailer, which was a pretty good slope. So I mean, that's pretty strong.
Wow, that's amazing. That's good. Yeah, Alexis Victoria says definitely bedroom stuff, and she gives a crying face.
That's
yeah.
the missus.
Yeah, so we better start talking about that. You didn't send me any of those pictures. Yeah, Emily Messinger says she loves her cord, but this is Sassy's, is it not?
No, that's the other one, but it's the same exact thing. Yes. I think Sassy has one that's pink and gray, if I'm not mistaken. But
nice. I know.
Hooks and stuff.
That's wild. It looks really good with the black. Actually, it looks really good.
Yeah, it pops. I like it.
Now, do you offer a warranty on these things, or is it like you buy it and?
No, I mean, there's not really a way for me to offer a warranty, but like I tell everyone that's ordered so far, if you have any issues, just reach out to me. I'll make it right, whatever needs to be fixed, but haven't had any issues since. So
that's wild. Yeah. And this one's cool too. You get the lime green with the black and the remove before flight tag on it.
Yeah. So that's the Shrek XM Army, the guy that keeps counting. He was one of the first to order when I went on Instagram with him. So, and the one on the right there is the cord that actually goes on my bike. Lance broke down when we were down in Hatfield McCoy's, and so we rigged it up with one of my cords, and they took this picture for advertising purposes.
Oh, I seen that. And then the next picture here is this is how Maverick Trails are born.
Yep.
Is it? This is how Maverick Trails are born.
Yeah, the Honda towed us all the way back to a road.
Yeah. So that cord that you had shown the last photo is actually attaching that Outlander to,
if you zoom in
the
there,
box.
You can see the hook there. Yeah, it towed it all the way out.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I don't have zoom capabilities there, but that's cool. And you think about the weight there, right? So it's that's a good testament to what those things can do. Yep. Yeah. And Troy Park says, wow, no losing that one in the mud. He was probably referring to the pink one.
Yep.
Well, Tim, I did see it. Hey, that's mine.
Yeah.
I love how dark that is. It's really a really neat color.
I tried to match her paint as much as possible. Obviously, I can't pick an exact match, but something that's close.
It's close.
How
But
many
it looks
colors?
like by the comments, we might have some of your tow cords sold down in North Carolina. So
Sweet.
That'll work out good. We're moving to Myrtle Beach in like a month.
perfect.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Well, that's a thing. I'm gonna have to hook you up, get your contact information after the show and
Sure.
grab one. I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, So how many colors can you get? Is it kind of unlimited, or is there?
I have yet to find a color I can't get, or come close to.
And how do you match it? Do you like look online at photos, or do you actually go to dealerships and try and match right on the actual?
Yeah, no, I look online. Luckily, it's pretty. Everyone's kind of they all want the same color for their machine. Like the 2021 Can-Ams are that neo yellow, and so I've got some friends with them, and I just ordered a couple of different yellows and picked which one matches the closest. So.
That's often when I'm doing wraps on sleds and vehicles, it's often the toughest thing is getting that color right.
Yeah.
I got a comment from Troy. He said it looks like the hook is nice and big. Seems lots of tow ropes have such small hooks that you can't just clip them to the ATV, UTV bumpers.
Yeah, I use all 3/4 inch hardware. The normal, I think, is like 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch.
Nice.
I'm excited.
I like how it's built by a guy that actually rides and uses them. That's the key, right? And they're not made offshore.
Always open for tips too. If someone wants a custom length, if their machine doesn't have a big enough reach or whatever, I make them to whatever size they want. So.
Yeah. What's the rule of thumb? Is it clipping from the trailer hitch, the tow bar part to the rack? Is that how you kind of get the length of them, or how do you know how long to make that?
So originally it started, I just used Sassy's 570, and then I have my missus has an 850 and I have the 1000. So I kind of just measured them all, and then I just adjusted the hook that it hangs from. So they're all at 28 inches, and then the hook that they hang from the bumper is flexible, so you can make up the difference either way.
Nice. That's awesome. Jay Muddy ATV and Outdoors wants to know, does it wash out easily? He wants to know if he can put it in the laundry with his wife's unmentionables.
I wouldn't do that. You'll probably break the washing machine, but it does wash pretty good with a pressure washer. Just don't use any like harsh chemicals. No degreaser. Degreaser will bleach them for sure. So I usually just pressure wash mine, then take it off before I use the degreaser on my machine.
Yeah, good point. I wonder if you could use like a fabric protector, like they put on, tents and things like that to help seal that color in.
I thought about doing it to the white one before I sent it to him, but I didn't have any, and I had to get the order out. So maybe another one I will try.
Yeah, Sassy said she's had hers for a while and it always looks new when she washes it.
Yep.
I think she's talking about the tow cord here.
Yes.
Now we're going to get on to some of Lisa's pictures. This is a logo for the New York ATV Addicts Facebook group.
That's
talking
actually an airbrushed rad plate.
I seen that in some of your photos. Yeah, so that's cool. And I love this saying, whoever said it takes balls to ride to mud ride is full of shit. I love that.
I have to give credit to Dave Martin for that one. He made that a little while back. So
now, is he a buddy or is he just a photographer that's at these events and you just know him through that relationship?
I think we all knew him pretty well when he was up here. He now shoots more down south. So he does the bigger events down south. Nice.
Actually, Mike, Timmy, Mike wants to know if you do custom hook for dirt bike foot pegs.
Tell him to reach out to me. I'll take a look.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good point. Maybe there's some opportunity there, right? A lot of ADV riders that do the they're riding these huge bikes and like 1200s and bigger adventure dual sport bikes. If you get them stuck, you need to pull them out, and that might be an opportunity for the tow cords as well. And sure. Gene Massey says, any pics of the mud grab? Is that another product?
Yeah, so I do like the mud grab that goes between the handlebars. I wrap those as well.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
actually, that would be a good part
because his wheeler's like 12 foot tall.
Is it really?
It's big.
So your rad cover here, that's the logo. Is it cut out too for breathing, but it's cut around that logo, and then that's a vinyl decal on there? Or is that airbrushed right onto the?
That's airbrushed.
Nice.
Yeah, we had a place in Parrish, New York. Actually, he had his airbrush guy do it for me. Turned out really good.
Right on. What those tires are pretty cool. What are you running there for tires?
Those are 32-inch CST sledgehammers. I love them. I think they're great on trail and in the mud. Not quite as heavy as like Assassinators and stuff like that, so I don't break as many axles, but
and they're not overly tall either. You said they're 32s?
They're 32-inch tires, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, nice. No, the bike has really good stance, that's for sure. Here you go. We got a lot of David Martin photography in here, so
yep.
he's getting some amazing shots.
That's actually my Outlander. That's a 650.
Oh, okay, and it's got the skull on the rad cover on this one. What's the story behind that?
His name's Ahmed. He made his way onto the rad plate, the Halloween ride at Tall Pines one year, and then everybody was like, "Oh, I saw your skull go by," so I left it on.
That's the 650's identity.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. You gotta have something like that. Now, do you name your quads? Like, do you name your four-wheelers?
I used to name my sleds. I don't name my wheelers anymore because I swear at them more than I'm nice to them sometimes. So, yeah.
You could name them after X Flames or something like that, I guess. might make more sense.
I'm mad at them sometimes, so yeah.
There you go. Yeah, Johnny's channel recognized it. He says, Ahmed, yeah.
That's Ahmed.
You've got lots of fans on that one, on that bike. I love this picture. This is the one I used for the thumbnail. I think it's great.
Yep. Dave did that one too back in the day. That was a few years ago, actually. Yeah. And that's Ahmed's replacement, which I didn't like him as much, but I broke Ahmed, so.
He's a little small, this one.
Yeah, he was too small, but Amazon 2-day shipping, that's what I got.
Yeah. Now, this is an XMR as well, is it? We just can't see the snorkel. That must be a snorkel peeking up there.
That one is a 650 XT. I did the snorkel and the rad kit at work. We did it at my shop.
Oh, nice. What do you think about, like, do you think it's better to buy an XMR out of the box or buy an XT or an XSC and make it a mudder?
I would buy an XMR all day. I will never do another snorkel kit in my life.
Yeah, and that's what Adventures This Way, Don said. He kind of said the same thing. Yeah, and Shrek says XMR all day as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to know, because there's a lot of people that maybe just getting into it, watching the show, and we want to make sure we put them down the right path.
It saves a lot of time. If you're going to go on anything over your footballs, just go XMR. You'll thank me later.
Well, and that's the thing. And you don't, Don was saying you don't really save any money either at the end of the day.
No.
And the axles are beefier, and to do it right, you'd have to spend a lot more money than buying it already made out of the box. So you're up to your top of your tires here. What's the deepest you like to ride in comfortably?
Well, with the Renegade, I try not to go above the bottom of the snorkel. With the Outlander, I've abused that poor thing, and it was not originally made for mud. So I've done upgrades. I've done a lot of work to it. I'm on my second complete differential, and I've done probably 4 or 5 rebuilds between. So I try to be nice to the Outlander now. Gene Massey said lies, but I was not that close to my snorkel last time I was down there. So
they'll call you out on here for sure. You know that. Bald Eagle said that Tilcord Timmy tried to talk him out of an XMR. What's up with that?
It's because he likes to ride nice and smooth, and the XMR is a very stiff ride. He was looking for a side-by-side, though, so.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, because you're a little bit higher too, right? So you have a little bit more instability.
Is easy and boring. Like they would all random.
I love the contrast here with the hot pink and the black. It's awesome.
that was one of the first rides after I actually got it all put back together from powder coat. So
this is still the 650, is it?
no, that's my 1000. So that
Okay,
machine
and-
was orange and gold when I bought it. So it's
Wow,
it's
what a drastic change. It looks amazing. I love it.
Thank you.
And I like this one too. Do it for the people who want to see you fail. That's a great motto, no matter what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm hiding it here, but that's a great shot.
That's actually Caterpillar Crawl. That's one of my favorite mud holes in at Tall Pines. Right down at the end.
How long have you been riding for? Like, when did you get into this sport?
I've ridden a little bit of everything for a good chunk of my life. I did work at a nuclear power plant for 12 years, I believe it was. So my life was limited to what the kids needed and what work needed. So that was kind of mostly a downtime. But I got back into it pretty much after I moved out of the city of Oswego. So I've been riding something my entire life. I was riding sleds. I lived in Sandy Creek. So I lived up in Sandy Pond in the snow belt. So we were on sleds at that time 4 months a year. So
Right on. So power sports is you're no stranger to it. That's for sure.
exactly.
And there's the little one.
There's Miss Katie.
I can-
She's sitting right here.
And so what's your favorite part of riding with mom? What do you like best about it?
Sometimes I get to drive the four-wheeler.
Yeah, we have a video of you driving the four-wheeler, which we're going to show shortly.
Wait, which one is it?
Okay, you just wait.
Wait,
just
I don't
wait.
know. Okay.
It's the good.
It's the good one. She actually did her first solo ride last year at Tall Pines and did a great job.
Nice. And what is she riding? You want to have her tell us what her ATV is?
She had a Kawasaki Prairie, a Bayou, and now she has a Kodiak 450 outside. As soon as she gets a little bit taller, she's taken over the 650. She'll ride that all over
Perfect.
here. But
Yeah. Yeah. The Bayou 220s is a great starter quad, isn't it?
I wanted her to learn how to shift. So I told her
Nice.
once she got the hang of that, then she could upgrade to an automatic.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah. You got to get used to it. Learning the RPM range, right? Shrek wants to know what year your Renegade is.
It's a
Which one
19.
here? It's a 2019? And Renegade versus Outlander, what's your opinion on it?
Running all day. I love my Renegade. It's sporty and it's fun and it maneuvers so well. I love my Renegade. I like my Outlander too. Now that I'm talking crap, I'm probably going to go out and it won't start. So I need to watch what I say, but all day long, I'd pick a Renegade.
You know what? If you're going to ride, you might as well get totally muddy, right? You might as well get coated.
Oh, yeah. You stay clean for about 2 seconds.
Yeah, for sure. Everyone in the chat there, type in whether you want you like Renegade or Outlander. We're going to see who wins this one.
Well, see, once you put the aftermarket footwells on the Renegade, you lose all your protection. So with 2-inch lug tires, you're filthy in seconds.
Because you took those footwells out.
Yeah, and put aftermarket far mudding footwells on there so that I could clear bigger tires.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. Love them. And are those Assassinators you've got on this one?
No, those are the sledgehammers, CST sledgehammers.
Oh, so they're kind of similar, except for that break in the lug, right?
They're much lighter.
Now, are they like how many ply are they? They're not a 6-ply radio, are they?
Those are 6-ply radios. Yep, and they've got sidewall traction too, so they're kind of nice.
Oh, nice. That's perfect. So they'd actually be good at higher speeds.
Yeah, they have, and
Yeah.
the great part is the lugs are a softer compound, so they flex a little bit. Say you hit a rock on a trail, it's not just going to throw you to the side. So
That's a good thing too. I like this picture. What were you focusing on here?
I think we were in Cornerwoods. Dave took that one. I'm pretty sure that's where we were going. It's kind of sketchy through there in a few spots. So when Dave's there, he always talks us into this stupid stuff.
You need a cheerleader like that, don't you? I thought that was you though, Lisa, that always does that.
Well, I do. Once I go, I always con men into doing it too. And then I'm the first one to volunteer to tow them out.
Yeah. Michaela thinks your Renegade needs more pink on it.
Yeah, I think she needs to ride more often, and then I'll put more pink on it.
That's right. David Martin, he said that he thinks you're winching somebody out in this photo.
Oh,
That probably is right. So this is a video too of you just giving her. Love the sound of that bike.
So that is the 50-50 hole at Busco Beach.
Oh, nice. And like I said, I love the sound of that, the pipe on that thingy. That's definitely not stock, right?
No, that's actually my 5th exhaust.
And
Some women
what do you like?
Some women like purses. I change accessories on my wheeler regularly.
Project Vention says it's like taking the dog for a walk going down there.
So that one, I think that video is for my first visit down. So that was my SLG. I now have an RGWC on there. So.
Oh, that's a popular one. Those wake the dead. Those ones, don't they?
Not the single pipe isn't too bad. Not too bad.
The duals are loud.
I had dual Empires at 1.2. They were a lot. So
there we go. There's Ahmed again.
There's Ahmed again.
I love these. The next few pictures coming up is amazing. What is going on here? So we got the Outlander pulling a guy on an inflatable flamingo.
So it was his birthday and he was not in the best of moods. So I grabbed my pink flamingo and I said, let's go. And we went down to the obstacle course and I towed him through a couple times. He dumped it at one point, filled his waders. We were all laughing. It was a great time.
So you fixed his mood then, I take it.
Yeah, we did that a few different times. We did that a few different times with the inflatables.
I love that. I'm surprised they last. I'm surprised they just don't pull right apart.
Oh, they don't make it much past that weekend, obviously, but.
Yeah. I thought I had a close-up of that shot, but maybe it's coming up. And here we go. We got you leaning there. Do you have a grab bar on your machine?
Not on the Outlander, and I'm not sure that I don't have it on the Renegade right now. So I took that off to do my bars, to powder coat my bars.
And it never got back in.
No.
That's funny. And what about the Sassy? I know she talked to us about the left-hand throttle. Do you run one of those as well?
I have a Goldfinger. I just haven't installed it yet.
Oh, right on. Because I think in this situation, it would help you, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I work at a parts shop, so I see all the fancy stuff and I tend to spend my paycheck. I just sign it back over.
That would be the danger of it, right?
Yeah.
And that's probably.
Oh, this is a link to your this is a link to your TikTok page. I'm going to see if it'll pull up here.
Oh Lord. Watch what you show. There's children here.
Yeah, well, is there anything you want to see on this page, or is it
So that third one in with the big blue Polaris, that's Mr. Gene Massey.
This one here?
That's the big guy that needs a tow strap from Tim.
Does it have music that is going to get me in trouble, or is it good?
Yeah. They all pretty much have music on them.
Oh, okay. We won't play them then. Yeah, we got some good things. So check her out on New York ATV Addicts on TikTok if you're on the TikTok platform. But yeah, we'll just go right through there. I wasn't sure if there's anything there here.
Oh,
so, and this is from Mud Prom, correct?
That's Mud Prom. Yeah. We actually ended up having to cut half my dress off because when I went through that hole that I convinced that other guy to go through, it was short in the front, long in the back, and I almost had a near miss with the rear tire of my dress. So
you might have been dressless.
Yes. So we chopped that off.
Yeah. Good point, right? Look at the girl with the spandex the spandex outfit on. No, that's not spandex. That's just the layer of mud.
It would have been a bad day.
Well, bad for you, but I'm sure other people might have enjoyed it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I am much older than these other folks, and Sassy Can-Am is in much better shape than I am. So we don't need to show all that.
No, there you go. And then you sent this picture in, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. I just was looking to see who was in it. That was from our campsite.
Nice. That blue one is awesome. I love the stance on that.
That's DJ with Frontier ATV World.
Yeah, sweet. That thing's stellar. Love it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sassy says that's not true. She says stop lying about that, Lisa.
Because she's such a sweetheart. That's why she says that.
Absolutely.
And my daughter wants me to jack it up some more.
Oh, this one here?
Madison said in the chat she needs to jack it up a little more.
Yeah. She's going to keep riding down south. Yeah, you got it.
I have arched A arms and the extended swing arms. And that's all I really want to do to that. I've got 33s to put on it now. So do you find the need to go any taller, or does that get you through everything you want to go through? Up here, it gets me through most of what I want to go through. But half the fun of riding is getting stuck, I think. A little challenge. So down south, it's made for people like Gene and Robert and Brandon and all those guys that are jacked up. And so it's not really made for me. Do you find when you go down south that you get caught on their ruts or other paths from the taller bikes? There's a couple spots that I didn't even try. When you've got a wheeler on like a 42-inch tires and he's laying sideways going through a hole, I'm good. I'll just videotape it and watch. Yeah, that's pretty much the test right there. Yeah. Shrek wants to see you and Tim do a mud off, Lisa. I'm in. All day. You don't get to use your tow cord though. That's the secret. Right. So here's where it could have come in handy, I think. So that is Caterpillar Crawl. That is a friend of mine, Ryan, and he had never been there before. It was the first day. I said, "Oh, try it." It didn't look very bad because it had all settled, so it just looked like a puddle. And he sunk and then got high center, and he couldn't go anywhere. Oh man, that's rough. No, it does. It looks really wet, like a lot of the holes you're in. But what you're saying is it's pretty sludgy when you get. That one's really sludgy, and then that one in particular is rutted out so far. He just got hung up on his skid plate and couldn't go anywhere. Brandon says you always make them go through the hole first. I do. I'm not stupid. When I go down south, I mean, something that looks like a puddle could be 12 foot deep. So, no, for thanks. Sure.
Actually, that Project Vengeance took the words right out of my mouth. Like I was thinking what it looked like, and he says it looks like wet cement right there.
Like it took me
Yeah.
literally years before.
That's right. That's what it looks like. It looks like you're mixing cement.
It is pretty thick. Now that's
So
a
what are we
section line
looking at
right
here?
there. That is everyone from our camp. Ed and DJ, Ed's daughter, Haley, myself, Fred, and then you have Ryan and his wife. So
I see one lone Polaris back in there.
that's poor Fred. Yeah, that's poor Fred. He's the
Why do
one
you say-
in the video with Katie.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. We're going to get to that. Have you ever done Polaris, or you've always been a Can-Am girl?
I have done Polaris. To be honest with you, I bought my first Can-Am after my knee surgery. So I blew my knee out snowmobiling. ACL, MCL, meniscus, all tore right in half. So they said no more riding. And I said, well, what if I upgrade or get something cushy or whatever the situation is? And that Outlander, the stance and the suspension was just amazing compared to like a stock, 570 Sportsman. So that's when I went to the Can-Am world.
Yeah, and so I like that's the thing. You say that it's better on your body. Is it the cold more than anything, or is it just the way that your body takes a beating on it?
Well, now my knee, my arthritis hurts in the cold for snowmobiling, but my knee is not strong enough to ride the way that I like to ride. So
Yeah, true. If you ride half as wild as you do with these, then that's saying something.
yeah, if I can't stand and ride, I don't want to do it because then it just kills your back. That's a bad day.
Oh, for
As
sure.
Timmy scratches his back.
This looks like fun.
Oh, that's my backyard. That's my daughter, Madison. Hi, Maddie. Sorry.
There we go. Sorry. Yeah, but she's disguised in mud, so no one's going to recognize her. You could say that's anybody there.
Yeah, we're going to take a little stroll. I have a swamp out back, so we go and play in the swamp all the time. And I kind of dug a hole to China there and thought I could get past it, but it didn't work.
That's wicked. Lucky you. That's amazing to have that in your backyard.
It is
Wild.
fun. When you've had a bad day,
for
you just go out back for 15 minutes and you're happy again.
And just pin it.
Yeah.
How many acres are you on there?
I think 4.5. So not
Oh, that's-
huge, but enough. And plus my uncle, my whole family owns the property next to us. So there's swampland for quite a ways back there.
Oh, that's wild. Hard not to be into mudding with when you have that in your backyard.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's
And
my
then
daughter's friend on that same day.
Is that right? So you're taking them all out for punishment. I mean, a ride.
She looks like she's running for her life.
Yeah, I think so. It doesn't look like she likes the mud life.
She rides with us she's ridden with us a few times. She actually did mud prom last year with us too. So
Oh, that's cool. Maddie says she didn't want me to ride bitch anymore. Is that why she dumped you off?
that's why I dumped her off. That's the story she told everyone.
Yeah, nice. I like this picture. There we go. They got this for all the snowmobilers out there.
So I brought that to Farm Fest the weekend when I went and picked up my Renegade. I was actually trading it in towards my Renegade. And I think I scared him a little bit because I did say that I was going to take it through the bounty hole. I was just kidding. I really wasn't going to, but I mean, if you can watercross with sleds, why can't you mud with them?
I think you could. I think it would be awesome. And an assault too. You can't ask for a better mud sled, could you?
Yeah, it'd be great.
Is that me?
That's you.
Oh, that's me.
What year is that machine there?
That one was a 16.
Right on.
So it was the year before the Assault came out with the Axis chassis. So it was not the best ride in the world. but it was a good sled.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. As we get older, they make better technology in suspension and everything, so we can do it longer. But yeah, that's cool. Well, at least you found your passion and your love in your life. That's for sure. So.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, I can't remember your daughter's name.
It's
Who's sitting
Katie.
beside you? Katie, what do you have any advice for other little kids getting into this, or do you have any tips for them?
Don't ride in the front. You're like a bobblehead, and your mom or dad's head will really hurt.
So you always sit behind them when you ride?
Well, I sometimes sit behind or in the front.
She is too tall to really ride up front anymore. But yeah, it gets a little painful when you hit helmets.
I'm like, this is my head when I'm riding.
Well, if they take the rad relocate off, they could put a lawn chair up there on the front rack. You can sit right up on front. Would you do that?
Probably not with me driving.
Might be a
She
new.
rides in the 2-up. She rides in the 2-up seat on the back of the Outlander a lot. So.
My hair was
Oh, sweet.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, your hair is long there. I didn't know that was you in that photo.
Yeah, I cut my hair.
That's cool.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah, that's wicked.
I'm a midget. I'm a little thing.
I know. It looks like yours is just like it's almost like the car.
Yeah, it's like a baby.
Yeah.
I could almost fit underneath.
I think you could. I think the Bayou 220 would. For sure.
Probably.
That's not that 4-seater that was in the other video, is it? The one in the last picture there on the right. Oh, where are we going? That's not that one from there.
Brandon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, and
Brandon.
he's got that extra lifted too with the portals on it.
He's got 6-inch portals. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I learned about that from Sassy. And here's a Canadian salute. That's the Canadian wave. I'm surprised to see this in one of your photos.
I might do that often. Yeah, if I'm stuck and somebody tries to take a picture. I think Dave Martin has a picture of me flipping him off every single time I see him.
Our prime minister is Justin Trudeau, and they call that the Trudeau salute. So what happened here? Did someone tell you to go through there? You can make it?
No, that was actually right after I dumped Maddie off it. So I thought I could make it. So I was wrenching it to one side. And when I stepped down in there, my foot was about a foot under the bottom of the tire. So I had nothing left to grab onto. The swampland just kind of gives away underneath you. So
you can only do so much rocking, right?
Right. So
David Martin says you flip him off every time. It's a tradition.
it is.
Love this shot too.
That's a good one. I'm pretty sure that's Caterpillar. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I said that one.
That's Caterpillar Crawl too.
And you had to.
I just put halos on my Yamaha Wolverine, and I haven't put them to the test yet. But have you had much luck with halos? Like, did they last a long time?
Oh, absolutely. I love my far mudding halos. I absolutely love them. I actually got the taillight ones too. So those have yet to go on, but
I love them. What they add to the look. Totally.
Yeah, did you go with far mudding?
No, I went with Amazon. I ordered 2 sets. The first set lasted me 2 minutes, and then the next set it's a different light. One was called plasma and one's called LED halo. So the second set looked more like the far mudding ones, but we'll see. If they don't last, I'm going to call far mudding and grab a set from him because everybody's happy.
Just get far mudding right now.
Yeah,
you'll save yourself a lot of trouble and time.
That's what everybody says. So anybody that asks me, I recommend that. That's for sure. because I farted around. I don't have much confidence mine are going to last. You can tell they're built very cheap. I mean, they're $20, so you get what you pay for, I guess.
Yeah, Fred Rogers is great to deal with too, from Farm Mudding. He's amazing. So
And that's what Don from Adventures This Way says too. Yeah. Shrek says he loved his Wolverine. He used to have one. He wished he never sold it. Yeah, my buddy had one, and then when I had my Can-Am, and then I ended up picking up the twin to his for $800. So it's great. I can't wait to wreck it next week when I'm on holidays. So I'll have some video coming out of that for sure. This is a great photo.
that's my twin. That's my twin, Maddie.
Are you really related?
That's my daughter.
That
That's
is
the
your
one that
daughter?
I
Yeah.
dumped off in that other picture. Yeah.
Well, see, she's clean there, so I didn't recognize her. There you go. So
Yeah.
family's really important. You do a lot of riding with your family?
We used to, especially, so Michaela went off to college. Michaela went to Cuba College, and she was really busy. She played lacrosse, and she had a job, and she was, in school. So she didn't really ride a lot with us. She'd come every once in a while. And then when COVID happened, and I hate to say this, and I'm not saying, anything good about COVID, but when COVID happened, I got to spend more time with my family than I have in quite a long time. And it was amazing. Michaela came riding with us more often. Maddie was around more often. Katie was always here. So we did a lot more riding as a family at that time.
See, there you go, Timmy. You have something to look forward to there.
I even got my mom who hates mud to go out.
Well, that's the thing. We had a Suzuki Ozark 250, and then I had my Can-Am Outlander 500. And my daughter was young. My son was who I rode most with, but my daughter would ride once in a while up north. And she said, like last year, I bought the Wolverine and I was just working on it. She's away at school, didn't know. And we were going for a walk with the dog up north at the cottage. And she said, man, I wish we still had the ATV. And I said, we do. I got one. And so she'll be riding it next week too. So they do remember, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Create such good memories. Ahmed looks like he's floating away on you here. It's so funny. It looks like the thing from Harry Potter movie or something.
So that's what the Renegade looked like when I bought it. Orange and gold.
I remember that color scheme for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't stay that way for very long.
No, it's hard to tell when it gets muddy too, right?
I'm not a gold fan. I'm really not.
So do you paint your plastics, or you ordered all new plastics for it?
Yeah, I ordered new plastics. I got a Plateau Fabrication, Rad Relocate, did that with I got the hose kit from Ultimate Outdoors, and I got everything powder coated at Axis Custom Coatings down near Oriskany, and tore it apart and put it all back together by the end of winter.
Now, do you do all that work yourself?
A good chunk of it, yeah. I do have some good friends. My buddy Fred was here regularly throughout the winter helping me out. Can-Ams are kind of a pain sometimes doing it, even just getting the swing arms out, the bolt that goes through both of them. It's really hard to reach both sides. So it's always nice to have a second set of hands, in my opinion. And plus, he's stronger than I am. So.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Zach says you run a great Facebook page. He's thankful for the posts and events on trail ride.
Oh, yay. Thank you.
Now, do you have a YouTube channel, or is it just TikTok and Facebook?
So I have a full-time job. I have 3 children. I like to spend time with my family. I like to ride. I don't have time to make YouTube videos. I just don't. Dave Martin and I, back in the day when he still lived in New York, started a page, Off-Road Addicts. We started the YouTube channel together, but I did one video and I called it quits.
Yeah, it's a lot of time, isn't it?
It's
and then you end up doing.
it takes a lot of time. It just does.
It does. And then you end up doing live streams every other week. And it's like, where'd your life go?
Yeah, I love to watch other people's videos. That's why I like TikTok. So I can just do, little snippets and enjoy and share. But
yeah, it's quick, right? And YouTube's got shorts now. They copied the TikTok thing and they call it shorts, but it's TikTok's neat because you can do it right from your phone and it's quick, instant, no editing, and away you go. Yeah, Jay Muddy ATV and Outdoors, he says, yep, a lot of time. So
once I get Katie on it, she'll be my YouTube creator.
Yeah, Mom got me TikTok so I could start editing my own TikToks and then I could help her with her YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Good work. Well, and when you're
really
done there,
good
you
with
can
the
help me with
techie
mine. Yeah, aren't they all?
We'll send her up.
Yeah, so I'll just send you down my Wolverine videos and you can start editing them, okay?
She would too.
I would
Perfect.
sit on the couch all day.
It's a deal. Now this is projector headlights. This is before your halos. This is the other bike, is it, or is this?
Nope, that's the gold and orange runny.
So this is right when you got it. So you hadn't done any mods to it yet.
Pretty sure that was just a couple weeks after I bought it.
Now, do you do clutching or anything like that, or is it just straight tires, exhaust, and that's it?
Nope, it's got that. They both actually have a clutch kit in it. I'm going with a full clutch setup in the spring from Les Kubach. So
Les Kubach, is that a custom clutch guy, or does he sell?
He does
the
a lot of
kits?
Can-Am work. Yeah, he lives down, I believe, Kentucky. So he does a lot of Can-Am work.
Oh, nice. That's nice and clear. Oh, you can't see how clear that picture is on this screen here, but it's a great picture. The mud is just frozen in time.
Yeah, I don't remember where that one is. Somewhere at Tall Pines.
I think it was in Caterpillar too.
Yeah, it might be. Or Cornerwood.
Looks like a tight trail. You can see the side-by-side coming into the left there.
Yeah, most of the one, I believe that's Cornerwoods. Most of that is very narrow.
I noticed too, you ride a lot with an open helmet. Is that better for mud?
Well, no, I have a couple herniated discs in my neck. So for a while, when I re-injured them, I had to ride that way. The heavier helmets hurt.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the weight of the helmet more than anything else, right? What about you, Timmy? Are you a full face guy or open face, or what do you prefer to ride with?
It depends on where I ride, but mostly a full face. I like to be able to put the mask down and then not breathe in as much dust.
Yeah, that's true, right? If you get into the sand and real dusty areas, ends up looking like you're missing teeth. You have so much dirt in your teeth, right?
Yep. Or you can't breathe.
But I like David Martin. He's really captures the moment in time here, right? He's just got you candid, and the people in the background there looks like they're having a good time too, you know?
Yeah, I think that's Matt Roeder and his son Matt. That must have been a couple years ago. Yep.
Right on. And here we got another video. I'll just cue it up here. Hang on.
Renegade Mark.
Is this you bringing up the rear?
Yeah.
You're flying through that mud hole. And this
That
guy's
was Lost Trails.
Is that right?
Yeah, so we had one heck of a time with mud tires getting up some of the rocky terrain at Lost Trails. While it was beautiful and it was great, there wasn't a lot of mud. So once we were on our way back and saw that, we had to go.
You had to do it, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it was meant for, or is that like a drainage dike or something like that?
There's plenty of trails in it, so I assume that's what it's meant for, but It was my first trip down to Lost Trails. It's a beautiful, beautiful place.
As long as they'll have you back, that's all that counts, right?
Yeah, I didn't get kicked out, so we did okay.
There you go. Like if you know if you know you can come back and you went through there, you know it was okay.
Exactly.
I like this shot too. Your front wheels are off the ground a lot.
Yeah, that's yeah. I think we were all kind of sending it. Dave got pictures of all of us. Pretty sure he got some pictures of my kids doing that too that same day.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you got a full face helmet on there too. That's a good one right there.
But I always get comments from people online because I put my goggles down here. Once they get mud on them, you can't see anyway. So I just pull them down and then go about my business. I wipe them off at the next stop. They're on for 2 minutes and then they come back down.
Do people do tear offs in the ATV world, or are they like the motocrossers do, where they can just peel a strip off, or is it generally you just wear what you bring?
I had some goggles with tear offs. It didn't work very well. The mud actually seeped down in between. So I only did that once. Yeah, it was.
That's a thing. Mudding changes everything, right? It's hard on all the parts. Shrek says try the tear offs.
I did.
Sounds like you did.
Yeah.
He says they run them and they love them.
Tires up, goggles down, he says.
That's a good motto, right?
Yeah.
I always do my goggles like that too on my ATV helmet. But when I put them on, especially if they get muddy, the strap ends up being really loose.
I don't think I've ever had that happen, at least not yet. I don't put them back on very often.
Oh, there you go.
I like to lead with our small group. I like to lead a lot of times so I can not eat a face full of dirt.
That's a good point too, right? If you're leading, you're the first one to go through it and you're not getting splashed by everyone else.
Absolutely.
This is power. That's true power right there.
That's coming up out of Caterpillar Crawl. I believe that was one of the first times I ever made it.
How long is that trench that you're in?
It's not all that long. It's the one where you guys thought it looked like cement earlier.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's the same hole.
My guy Coda Bear says, "Get it, girl."
Ha, Coda Bear. I miss him.
Do you know Coda? He's awesome.
I do. I've ridden with him a few times. We had to save him one time at Mountain Madness because his wheeler died. We couldn't find him.
Oh, he'll love you telling that story.
That is him. That's him right in the background of that picture.
Right on.
I was there.
Yeah, he would have had his GoPro going on that one for sure. That's why he's holding his helmet like that.
Absolutely.
Small world, eh, Coda? I love it. I love it.
He always said in all the videos, "Get it, girl."
That sounds like Coda, man. That sounds like Coda. J Muddy Outdoors says that's a fun hole.
We convinced him to go his first time. Now he tries it every time. Last year we were there the day he made it through the first time. Yeah.
Like you said, sometimes it's fun not making it.
It is. It's fun to fight it. But actually, funny story about that hole. There was a tree right in the center of the exit of that hole. And I notched out 2 different spots on it for my wheelers. So when they cut the tree down, I was gifted that section of the tree that my bumper ate into. So I forever have that in my garage.
Are you serious? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jay Muddy says Coda is an awesome dude. He is. I think we love him more in the snowmobile world, though, than you guys love him in the ATV world.
Who sent that one to you?
I think you did.
I don't think
maybe
I
David
sent that one.
David did. That's why that one was repeat. David sent me some pictures.
Yeah.
Why? What's happening here?
I'm really not sure, but I look disgusted and stuck.
Yeah, you can look kind of peed off at somebody.
Well,
Did
I mean,
you hit the
that's
tree
possible
that
too.
time?
No, that I look stuck right there. I look like I'm just exhausted.
Yeah, it would take a lot out of you after a day of riding, right?
Absolutely.
It's like on the golf.
There's the halos. I love that shot.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's
Look
backed
at how
by
the
Mud
mud
City.
The mud is just like plastic. It looks amazing. He stopped that. He stopped that action just precisely at the right moment.
Absolutely. Yeah, he does good at that.
And where did you? That's Mud City, you said?
That's Mud City at Tall Pines. Yeah. So that hole earlier that I convinced the guy to go through because a girl had made it. That's that hole.
Tall Pines must be an awesome park. I'd love to ride there sometime.
Tall Pines is nice. It's about 75 miles, I believe. It's a 600-acre working farm. So there's cows and trees and quite a few trails.
Yeah. Oh, Tokor Timmy says he's got a bounce. Good job, Lisa. Thank you for having me. Loves the show. Make sure you reach out to Tokor Timmy if you need anything from him.
I guess I need to order some stuff for the guys down south.
Sounds like I think he's going to get some Canada stuff too. Should be a good time.
It is nice. It's very nice. They're very nice products. Those guys stopped by last weekend at Tall Pines.
I love how they look. I think it's just a neat looking product, and everybody that I've talked to and you hear on the show loves them. So, I mean, it's you can't go wrong. This looks like clay, is it?
It is. It's a red clay hole. The Oasis at Tall Pines.
Yeah.
I personally have had about 4 or 5 people follow me in and swamp their machines in that red clay hole. It's bad. I love it. It was my favorite.
Oh, if you get clay in your snorkels or your air filter, you're done, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm curious, what do you wear on your feet here? Like, are you wearing waders or?
I have waders on, yeah. Yeah, I had my insulated camo waders
on
in that one.
Right on, because I was actually, I don't know, there was a video I was watching, somebody who was wearing Crocs, and I was thinking, I don't know if that's a smart.
My buddy Fred rides in Crocs. I cannot. I lose one every time.
Every time.
Yeah, you get, even in 4x4 mode, you got to put that strap on, not sport mode.
Yeah, but they still come off. Like once you get stuck and you put your foot down in the bottom of a mud hole, that Croc's coming off. You're done.
Yeah, it'll suck it right in.
Coda Bear wears Crocs too.
Oh, does he? Okay, there you go. See, I've seen videos. It might have been one of his that I seen wearing Crocs. I wear Crocs and put them in 4-wheel drive. He says, "Yeah, you got to do that."
No, I'll go waders all day.
Shrek says that's why he has 30 mixed match pairs, because he loses one. Love it. My feet get funky in Crocs after wearing them for a weekend, so I can't imagine the wearing them mudding for a whole weekend. Man. Yeah, so this is the other picture. That's a better shot. Looks like you're laughing your ass off.
I'm pretty sure that's when he was losing it. I was laughing incredibly hard that whole time. That was hilarious.
So he was losing it mad, or was he losing it laughing his butt?
No, I ended up tipping him in the float, and he filled his waders with mud. It was like, happy birthday, here you go.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I feel the worst for the pink flamingo, though. I really do.
We put stickers all over it and took it all over the place. We actually had that in the Oasis, the red clay hole, too.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yep.
And then here's another video here. I don't know which this one is. We'll cue it up, though. I took those 4 or 5 videos you sent, and I just sprinkled them throughout. So let's see what this one looks like. Oh, I love this one.
What happened? There we go.
This is a cool mine.
It was amazing. That's at Lost Trails. Actually, my daughter Michaela was with me, and she took this video for us.
Why didn't you invite me?
I don't think you were home.
Now you have to answer that. I got Lisa going through the oasis with her and a few girls on the wheeler going through the deep. Coda says
That was Ashley and Jessica. So Sassy Can-Am, and yeah, it was those guys.
Perfect. And I love the tunnels like this. You get the sound of the bike. Love.
Yeah.
So what is that, under a road, or is that a mine shaft, or what was that you're riding in there?
It's just a tunnel. It's a tunnel through one of the really big, it's not really a mountain, but it's a really big hill in the middle of Lost Trails.
That is
It's
so
really, it's
cool.
really awesome. In the wintertime, there's the icicles dripping down and the bottom freezes, and you can still go through. It's pretty awesome.
Right on. Do they snowmobile through it, or is this just an ATV park?
Just an ATV park.
Right on. There we go.
Dave, I'm going to murder you. Dave, you're dead. Dead. Next time I see you, under the gunny.
I knew I seen close-up pictures of that flamingo.
Nice face, Mom.
Thanks.
I think you're probably yelling.
Mark.
You're probably yelling to pin it there, aren't you? It looks like you just come out.
I'm pretty sure I was saying some other profanities because, mud and impressionable areas.
Yeah, that's right. David said
I wasn't wearing my
resist.
waders. Yeah, I wasn't wearing my waders.
No, it looks like it. He says he couldn't resist that shot. Looks like it may be a little cold. Maybe a little cold too. Who knows?
Yeah, just a touch.
Yeah.
Katie.
What?
Let's go.
Yay! I was little.
You gotta race
That helmet doesn't fit on me anymore.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
It was.
Love your helmet, Katie. It's awesome.
3 years ago. That was 3 years
that
ago.
was when my helmet was really small on my head. Now I can't even fit into my helmet.
It's time to get a new helmet, is it?
She's got a few. We have collectively here at the house, there's 29 helmets.
That's wild. That's like you said, buying shoes, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, here you are on a Polaris too. What's up with that?
That is not supposed to be put out in public.
Oh, is that right? Here, I'll quickly get away to that picture.
That was the weekend I wasn't supposed to ride. So I didn't bring my wheeler. I wasn't supposed to ride. I had my neck injury. I was supposed to stay stationary, and I just stole Fred's, and I went through the water hole a couple times.
She broke the rules.
I did it. I broke my doctor's rules.
That's awesome. It probably helped you though in the long run, right?
Yes.
It made me love Can-Am even more.
Yeah. And that's all you'll say.
I'm just kidding. I love them all.
Matt says Lisa's on a real machine. I think he was referring to the Polaris picture.
No. So Matt also said that if I started a YouTube channel a ways back, that I'd get kicked off in 2 minutes for profanity. So
She did.
That's the truth.
I've been on here an hour and a half, Matt, and I haven't swore. I'm doing fine.
I'm actually really good at that censorship button. That's all. You know. This is another video here. I'm just going to queue up.
Stop. Oh, that's the 50-50 again. This one was a little close to the snorkels.
What year is this ATV?
That's the 19. Right there.
Is it? So does it have?
Bang down.
Look at that.
That was close.
You rock that, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a great hole. It wasn't too bad on event weekends. It gets dug out pretty significantly, I guess. So
yeah, you can see the mud. That's greasy.
It's sandy. That Bosco mud takes forever to get out.
Oh, you're washing. You end up with a pile after you wash your bike, right?
Absolutely.
There,
That's
the Polaris ad right there. Or maybe it's the spine doctor, the spine and brain injury clinic ad.
I know. My doctor should not see those pictures.
No, you shouldn't.
You brought it up. You know, I wouldn't have known.
No, I behaved for the most part.
That thing looks like it rips pretty good. But here's the Renegade back. We're getting back into the real stuff.
See,
Yeah. It does need more pink on it.
I don't mind the high lifters. My biggest problem with the high lifters is they cap out at about 45 miles an hour. So my buddy Fred actually did the high gear swap, and he took it down to Busco and lined up on the drag strip and smoked every machine that he lined up with. So,
what is a high gear? You change the gearing in it, so
you change the gearing in the transmission, and it gives it more top end. So it's it's like a regular 850 instead of the high lifter, which is geared lower.
I got you. Now, does yours have the quad lock, the Visco Lock 4, or whatever the new?
No, not in the 19.
And I think that's what Don from Adventures This Way was saying. He's got it on his 21 and loves it. He's got an XMR 1000 and says it is the real deal.
Yeah, I plan on doing the swap hopefully in the spring.
Nice.
Because at the rate we're going, you're not going to be able to get any new machines for another couple of years.
So it's like that down in the U.S. as well. In Canada, it's impossible.
Yeah, it's a pretty significant wait time.
Yeah. Coda Bear says 50 miles an hour is max on a high lifter.
Yeah.
Well, I should drag the slip one with my Wolverine for pinks. Brandon says that was the last trip.
Oh yeah, so that video through the 50-50 hole was just a few weeks ago.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
So
I'll be
you
down
go
there again next weekend.
So do you go every weekend or every other weekend, or how often do you get out on a big ride like that?
Usually a big ride is like once a month, maybe twice a month. Except the month of August, I try to ride every single weekend. Katie actually goes to her dad's in North Carolina. So to keep myself occupied and from missing her too much, I ride as much as I can. You'll see me with my wheeler in the back of my truck for most of the month. So.
Nice. And
Oh
David
my
put
God,
this one
David
in
Martin.
too. You look like a toy doll here.
He is such an... Okay, so Dave thought he was funny at Tall Pines one weekend because everybody was like, oh, hi, Lisa. I don't like everybody. Not that I don't like everybody to know who I am, but I kind of just sometimes like to fly under the radar. It's nice with all the nice things that people say, but I'm not like a super, I don't want to say I'm not a social person, but I don't need or want any notoriety. Like I've had people that say to me, you do this for attention. The page was started to help people find different places and different events to ride. That was the sole purpose of the page. The only reason we even did apparel was because people from the page actually asked for it. So I subbed that out and got somebody to do the apparel. Now, I didn't expect it to be what it is, but Dave made these glossies and printed them and brought them to Tall Pines for autographs.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He thinks he's really funny.
I love him. I haven't even met him and I love him. I think that's great.
He's got some payback coming.
I was wondering why this picture was in there, so I'm glad you told the story.
Yes. So he just thought it was funny. Katie Beaner.
Yeah, you got it.
So is that video coming up?
Yes, it is. So what do we got here?
Excited. So this is that's his high lifter that she's riding.
He let me ride it all over.
So would you say you're a better rider than him?
I'm just gonna go.
No, stick around. We got to see here. What are your tips? Like we're We're gonna spool this one up. Come here.
Come on, your video's playing. Yeah. Oh goodness gracious.
Well,
Fred,
it's
I'm
not playing
sorry.
yet, but I just want to know what your words of advice are when you're gonna line up for a hole like this.
Don't listen to Fred.
What did Fred tell you to do?
Oh, I'll tell you at the end.
Okay, I'm gonna play the video. Okay, hang on.
Where'd Fred go?
I love Lisa's reaction to that.
Fred.
So, what Fred did, we were at the beginning of the hole, and he said, okay, Katie, this hole has a lot of mud in it. So, you got to send it. Now, I'm her kid. Yeah.
Yeah, send it me. You grabbed a fistful.
She went wide
I was
open
like this, and I
throttle. Yeah, wide open throttle. But she was smart enough. She knew enough. Once it stood up, she let off the throttle. It came back down.
My heart was pounding.
Fred was pretty scared too.
You know, and that's the thing. It was totally her on the gas on that. So that's the best part. When I first watched it, I didn't realize Fred was on it with her. And I was thinking, like, because it started so far back. When I first watched it earlier today, I was like, oh my God, it's going to roll on her. And then I seen Fred and went, okay, it was safe because he would have broke the fall. There's no, there's no
he was
issue
ready.
with
He was
that.
so scared.
Oh, absolutely. Zach Sanders says, Katie, you said that better than your mom.
Thanks, Zach.
Gene Massey says, you go, Miss Katie.
So, in the middle of that, when he got off, he got back up and said, okay, I'm going to ride the rest of the way.
Love it. Yeah, I saw you can hear him say that, you know, and it's like,
It
you're
was a
probably
scary
going, okay,
moment.
you can. So how old were you there, Katie?
7.
Yeah.
You're 7. You're just tiny on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to tell him that if it was a Can-Am, you would have made it.
So, I was in the front, and my heart was pounding, and when I went up, I was like, oh God, I was scared. That's why I let off. I didn't know what was happening.
Katie needs.
That's good. That's good.
Yay!
What does your shirt say?
Little dirt never hurt.
I love that. That's great.
That's one of
Katie
our
needs to
shirts that we did.
Yeah, Katie needs to give Nova Heating and Mechanical some riding lessons.
I'm pretty good at riding, except for one time when I was riding my grandma.
Oh.
She got off and she fell on her back.
Off of an ATV?
I stopped. She was getting off, and she just fell.
But I think that was more her graceful issue than it was your riding.
Yeah.
So have you ridden the Pink Flamingo too, Katie?
I know.
No.
No, you stay away from.
All I've done was swim through it like this.
Did you get it in your mouth?
No, I only got it in my hair, and it took like 3 days to get out.
Oh my goodness.
I literally went fully under like this. Like I was
That's cool. Yeah. So is your quad you're on now, the 450, is it 4-wheel drive?
It actually is awaiting a top end rebuild.
Oh, is it? Okay. There you go. And what do you have for tires? So you're riding the Kawasaki still?
Nope. The Kawasaki got sold.
Yeah, and I was really mad at Mom.
Oh no.
And then we got one that needs work. So
Okay. Yeah. Wait till that 450's going though.
she'll love it.
You'll never miss the Kawasaki.
No.
You always have the memories on it, but you'll love the Yamaha.
She'll be happy to not shift. And the Yamaha's actually got mud lights on it. It's in great condition. So
Oh, sweet. Are you getting a rad relocate, Katie?
she will. Yes.
Oh, it's Joe. I was wondering about that. I was thinking that's who it is. We'll get down to New York, Joe. That'd be a riot.
I remember this.
Yeah, I love that picture.
Yeah, it's great. It says "Don't tread on me" on that flag if you
Yes.
if you can't read it.
Yep. That's my flagpole on the back of my Chevy.
So you pull it out of the Chevy and stick it in the ground, or is that attached?
It sits right underneath the tire. And I had
Right
already had
on.
a big scratch on the bed of the truck, so I could have cared less. So I just let it go.
If it flaps against it, love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I was getting body work done anyway, so
Nice. The sky's ominous here today.
oh yeah, that was a few years ago at Tall Pines. Actually, I think it was the weekend that Katie dumped Fred off.
We'll call it that as a description, shall we?
Best day ever.
That's cool. Well, you'll have to send me in pictures when you get the 450 going and video.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait to see those. That'll be a riot. So this is a great photo. It shows you hands on getting dirty.
Katie
What were you
used to
doing
yell
here?
at me if I would take the tires off. That's actually Katie
Is
pulling.
it really?
Yeah. Yep. That's Miss Katie.
That's cool. And you're
You can
pulling the
change your
axle out?
axles like nobody's business.
That's great. She's your own little pit crew.
Yeah.
You can just stuff her. You can stuff her in the back box, the luggage box, and away you go. Put
Yeah,
some snacks in there.
She used to get mad if I took the tires off before she got out there.
Yeah, I would yell at Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want to do that's good skills to learn.
When
It's handy.
my mom had these people that were checking out the tires that she has on hers, and they took off one, and I came out, and I was so mad. So mad.
She gets upset.
Because I wanted to take their tires off, and they already took all four of them, well, two of them off. I was really mad at them, and I got really mad.
So do you run the impact gun when you're for them? Do you pull them right off like that?
She does. She'll work the impact. Yep.
That's awesome.
Right there. I think she's pulling the cotter pin out. For the
Yeah, I can
casting
see
pin.
that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, good skill to know. So you hope Mom breaks as much as she can so you can fix it for her.
No,
because she's found video games, so her wrenching time has greatly reduced.
You don't wrench anymore.
Well, I don't break
Distracted,
as much
right?
anymore.
Sure.
She
Just
drives
did
a
weird
Can-Am, they
difference.
don't break. She drives a Can-Am, they don't break, Katie.
So she was at her friend's. That's where she did it. She fixed it. So I couldn't do anything. I was stuck on the thing that lifts everything up.
I needed
On
an
the
extra set
hoist.
of hands.
No, it's the big.
And I don't know what this video is here. We'll check this out.
Oh, that's Caterpillar. That's that cement mud you guys were talking about.
That's thick in there.
I think that's like the second ride. That's my birthday weekend.
So you're just getting used to the Renegade in this video, are you?
Oh yeah.
Is it easier to maneuver? Is it easier to maneuver as far as getting around on the bike? Like as far as if you're moving it, rocking it and things like that. Is it easier than a Outlander?
I personally think so.
Yeah, it told me the same.
When I'm in a mud hole, it actually floats. So I don't know if it's the bigger tires or what the deal is, but that thing floats. So sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's a little sketchy, depending on how deep you are.
Oh, for sure. Those are huge paddles too. So you probably get easy to do a water wheelie in there.
Well,
Brandon
those ones are the
Carthy says-
originals. The new ones.
Oh, are those? Oh, is that right?
Oh my
He
God.
says that mud gets the exhaust clogged up on those bikes.
On a couple of them that I've had, yeah.
So what do you do with that? Do you just stick a pressure washer in there and blow it out? I'm not familiar with the service on that one.
No, a lot of times you'll have to take out the whole inside, repack it, clean it out.
Oh my goodness. Do they unbolt?
Most of them do. Some of them are riveted on, but you can drill them out, repack them, put some self tappers in there, and you're fine.
Oh, that's a smart way to do it.
Yeah, it's handy.
There we go. That's it for the fan photos. That was awesome. Does anyone in the chat have? Yeah, most of them. Does anyone in the chat have any questions for Lisa or the New York ATV Addicts? And in the meantime, how do they find you? Like, let us know what your handles are on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook again.
Oh, Dave sent you another video. It's the COVID immunity bath.
Okay, I'll dig that up. Hang on.
They can find me. Obviously, we're on Facebook, New York ATV Addicts. I'm on Snapchat as New York ATV Addicts and Instagram as New York ATV Addicts.
She has the same name.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it. I don't do as much with Insta as I do with Facebook. I could be better, but like I said, I'd rather be out riding.
You can go to her YouTube channel.
Yes. So Dave manages most of that YouTube channel at this point. It's Off-Road Addicts. But there are some videos of us on there from back when he was up in New York. What happened? I can't hear you.
Because I'm muted. Sorry about that.
Oh.
What he sent me was a GIF. So here, I'm going to try and put it on the share screen. It might not work, but let me try this. Hang on.
I know what he sent you to. So
yeah, it's here. I'm going to have to manually do this. It's not going to be perfect, but we're going to give it our best shot here. Hang on. All right, so we're going to go through here. I'm going to switch this around here. Hold on. Where did it go?
Oh,
There we go. Okay, so if I go up here,
oh, okay. It says you just oh, we're going to 458. You're ready to deal with it.
nice.
that was
Wait till-
absolutely the worst decision I've ever made.
No, don't hurt me. I'm just a little.
Why is the last frame not showing up here? Hold on. Just wait a second here. The last picture's not showing up on here.
What?
Wait a minute here.
Wait, really? You sure you're looking at the right guy?
There we go. That's better.
She has tubes in her ears.
Yes,
You actually wear.
What's the other
That's
guy?
smart. Wear earplugs so you don't get an ear infection, right?
I did not. So at that point, I wasn't thinking about doing that. It just kind of happened. So I had red clay in my tubes in my ears for about a week.
Jihadi.
Oh, so you actually had an ear infection from that?
I did get some mud in my tubes. I had to go to the doctor. He had to suck it out. It was horrible.
Oh, that's insane. Yeah. Here, let's see if I can get that going in reverse. Hold on. For some reason it's taking so long to. It's almost like you're making mud angels here.
And mud angel. Oh my goodness.
The COVID immunity bath.
There's one.
Yeah, grandma and sissies, everybody's on there.
You got everybody on here. That's
Yeah.
your tree. Melissa says that's your tree. What's that mean?
That's it must have been from the previous video. She's probably just seeing. That's my mother.
Gotcha.
So she's seen the
That's a-
chunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
There we go. We just watched it backwards. That's great. I think he sent me something else. Hang on. I just got to see if I can find it.
I don't trust him anymore.
You don't trust. Oh, it's the same shot, but it's a still of it. It's pretty awesome.
Oh,
I'll put that up on here. Yeah, he's frozen time on this one. It's amazing. There you go. Isn't that awesome?
that
Love
is
it.
a good picture.
Yeah,
Mom's gonna have trust issues after this.
she's gonna have trust issues.
Photos can end up anywhere, huh?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
there's
been
a bunch
almost
of.
2 hours, and to think I was scared.
I know. I told you it would fly by, didn't I? But
Yeah.
we got lots of. We got a couple more videos here. Hang on, I'm just gonna go through some. Oh, those are all videos. I'm gonna have to show those at a later date. Jeremy Werner sent me in a bunch.
I really want to get.
Oh, this is some gnarly stuff here.
Hit my ride.
Hold on.
I had one when they came out.
There we go.
It was sick. It was so
Look at
slow.
that mud.
That's some thick mud. Where was that?
I don't know if he says. Hang on, let me look and see the.
That might be tall pines.
He just says update New York on the. Maybe he meant to say upstate New York.
Maybe.
Could be.
Oh, that's John. At Timberview. So that's up on Tug Hill.
Is this Tug Hill too?
No.
That's
That's
amazing.
absolutely not. That looks like Lost Trails.
Yes, he says it's Lost Trails, PA,
Yep.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, perfect.
Yep. That's about 2.5 hours south of us.
And John Young, he said he sent us a picture for Tokor Timmy, who's left the house. Where am I going to share this one to? Hold on, we're getting way ahead of ourselves here. I just gotta.
Driving. So he doesn't like driving then.
There's another one for Tokor Timmy. The orange. That's pretty sweet.
That looks nice.
Yeah, it does. I love it.
That's why
It's like it almost looks like a tiger's tail, even though it's not the tiger tail product. It's pretty cool looking.
And it does
I like
make it handy when you don't have to dig in the mud.
Oh, for sure. And you know what? It's better on your hands and gloves too, right? You don't actually have to deal with the cable.
Right.
You know, the stainless steel. A lot of times, like mine are always frayed up, you know, and you know, so you're dealing with just soft paracord. It's pretty awesome.
Well, one of the best investments you can ever do right when you first get a machine is to upgrade to synthetic winch rope.
Yeah. Do you have to use special rollers for that though?
They do sell special rollers. You'll fray it if there's any sharp edges, but
and I think the rollers are a little bit bigger diameter too, I believe.
Yeah, and they're like I think $35 to $40, and then the rope is probably about the same price. So it's not much of an investment.
So in Canada, it's like $90 and $200 for the rope.
I'll send you some.
Perfect. I actually have some for my quad because a guy had bought some to respool the winch, but it's at Backyard Wreck, so I got to get it from Adam yet to put it on my bike. But I just redid I just put a new clamp around where the hook is, so hopefully I don't have to use it much, you know.
Well, don't
Johnny
come
says that
here,
was.
we'll get you stuck.
Yeah, oh for sure. I love that. Johnny says it's Timberview Lost Trail.
Yeah, the first picture was Timberview, which is Tug Hill, and the second one was Lost Trails down in PA.
Nice. Yeah, your mud seems a lot runnier. Like it seems more cement, where that was more like muskeg, right?
It's pretty thick up there, and there's a lot of farmland, so it's a lot thicker dirt.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There's only a couple places really to play in the mud up there, but it is a good time.
Yeah, that's the thing. So you have a lot more opportunity in your neighborhood and your area that you can find.
Yeah, I have a trail system actually 2 minutes down the road from me. So Oswego Valley is right down the road. I've got my backyard. There's trails that run out back of my uncle's property, just across the road and down the road. So you want to go on a
That-
Tuesday and go ride, you can go ride.
Oh, that's awesome. That's probably the better days. Does it get busy? Is it very congested on weekends, or is it not bad?
Not here in the local area. It's a really small town. Like, we don't even have a stoplight. So there's not much going on in it now.
Nice.
But some places like Oswego County ATV Club, just on your Almer area, get pretty good. And they're too, so it gets a little congested.
Yeah, I bet. So I guess it's no different than snowmobiling, right? And Tug Hill's a huge area for that. I'm sure they just convert their trails, their snow trails into ATV in the summertime, correct?
Well, most of their snow trails are seasonal roads in the summer. So you're basically riding mostly seasonal roads. There are some trails that go down into Brenningham, which is one of my favorite towns. And then there's a little area called the Commons off in Brenningham that's twisty, windy, sandy trails through the woods. Those are fun. But being that it's in the Adirondack Preserve, you really can't go off pavement on their technical trail system unless you have private land to run, or Timberview, which is where that picture was from.
For sure. So what's next for Lisa? What's your dream ride? Like, where would your ultimate ride be to go to? Your ultimate summer session?
I honestly just want to ride new places. That's what I started to do this year a little bit more. I was kind of stuck in the same places, going the same places every couple of weeks. And I started branching out this year. I'm going down south, doing Hatfield, Busco. There's just, the list goes on and on. I want to do Windrock before the year's up down in Tennessee. So I want to go everywhere. I want to go to every ATV park I can.
That's awesome. Yeah, well, follow you on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. I mean, Facebook, I guess, is the key, and we'll keep up to your adventures for sure.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Actually, Joe asked a good question. He says, "What do you need to ride New York? Is there licensing, trail permits, anything like that?"
So New York does not have a unified trail system. So each club has its own membership. You need a registration in New York, but there's a DMV form for people that are registered out of state. You'd have to go to the DMV website to fill out, I believe. And once you have a club membership, you get a discount on the registration paperwork and all that fun stuff. So it's kind of a pain, but.
Do you know people that have come into state to ride? Is it a fast process, or do you have to plan weeks in advance?
It's not super complicated. Some places don't require the registration. Obviously, if you have a side-by-side, you can't register it in New York State anyway. Anything, over 1,000 pounds. So even the newer XMRs you can't register currently. So right now, you join a club, and some of them do take side-by-sides and stuff like that up to about 1,500 pounds with no questions asked. So.
Oh, that's nice. Do they make you sign waivers or anything like that when you go in?
Most of them have paperwork that you have to sign just for the club. You can print them off on most of their websites. NYSORVA is the New York State Off-Road Vehicle Association. So nysorva.org, I believe, is the website. They have all the information for all the clubs in New York State right there on their website. So it lists every club in New York State.
Right on. Is there any, Joe was saying, what club do you suggest, like for a first time or a Canadian coming down there to rip?
It depends. There's a lot of really great places up north too. You don't have to go to the biggest club to have the most fun. Some of them up in St. Lawrence County are amazing. I love Black River ATV Club out of Brenningham. They do some amazing rides. They go all over the place. They'll head from Brenningham and Tug Hill up north to St. Lawrence County and things like that. They'll head south down to Oswego County. So Black River's a great club. They do
right
a lot.
On. Where is the mines? There was one ride that Sassy had, which was the
Mines and Meadows.
Yeah, mines. How far away is that?
That's down in Pennsylvania. That's a little bit of a haul. I think it's about 5 hours.
Oh, that is a trek for sure. Right on. It looks really cool. That looks like a great place to ride.
It does. So far, one of my favorites is Busco, because how can you beat riding your wheeler and then sitting on the beach with a beer and water and swimming? So it's got all the fun stuff. But there's a lot of other places to go. I'm just going to start going.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, thanks a lot for all your input. I'm going to pull the plug on this now.
Absolutely.
But thanks everybody in the chat for being there, and away we go. Actually, one last question. Brandon said, how much is it to register?
For
a
Brandon,
ride?
I'll make sure they charge him triple.
Okay, you got it.
Brandon, I'll send you the paperwork. It's really not hard. Like I said, he won't be able to register his, but a lot of clubs still allow them to ride with a waiver and a club membership. So
Nice. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Yep. Mike says, catch you next time. I'll catch all you guys next time. And there's 2 more videos I think you'll like to watch at the end of this. If you're watching on a replay, you won't see them live, but just hang out for a second, Lisa, after the credits roll and I stop the broadcast, and we'll chat offline and away we go. But
Absolutely.
thanks, Timmy, for coming on too, Toe Cord Timmy, and thanks, Lisa, for your time. And
Thank
thanks,
you.
Katie. Miss Katie, you're awesome. Good job. Maybe we'll get down there and you can teach us how to ride. That's for sure.
absolutely.
I'll teach you how to jump from out of the back.
Right on. Perfect.
Thank you so much.
All right. Keep dry. Okay, guys.
Yeah, we'll try. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Cancel your mail for a ride. It's a journey for life, and I'm your ride. Hang on, we'll be long gone. A journey for life. I'm right. No. It's a journey.